Hi, my name is Vanessa van Dijk, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use Beauty of Joseon's Calming Serum, which contains green tea and panthenol. And green tea leaf water is rich in antioxidants to protect the skin from the environment, has anti-inflammatory properties, helps to regulate oiliness, and hydrates and soothes the skin. While panthenol has also hydrating and soothing properties, but it also helps repair a weakened or damaged skin barrier so that it gets much stronger and that the skin can protect itself again. Now overall, this serum can be used on all skin types, including sensitive skin, daily in the morning and or evening. If you want to keep the routine very simple, just remember to always apply your serum to a freshly washed and clean face, meaning apply it after your cleansing step, but before applying your moisturizer, if you want to include a moisturizer. If you feel like the serum is hydrating on its own, there's no need to use a moisturizer afterwards. But during daytime, if you have sun exposure, don't forget to then follow on with your sunscreen afterwards, or use your sunscreen after your serum and moisturizing step. So you can see the order of application right here, which then needs to be adjusted based on your skin type and your preference. Now, if you say, well, I want to have a bit more of an advanced skincare routine, then I want to share with you an example that I have prepared for you, keeping the main focus towards Beauty of Joseon products. However, the order of application wouldn't change if you have similar products. Just remember that they're suitable for your skin type as well as skin needs. Now, the morning skincare routine can look like this. You're getting started with your cleansing step. Then after that, you can move on to Beauty of Joseon's Ginseng Essence Water. Then move on to the Calming Serum. Use a moisturizer if you really feel the need, and then follow on to your sunscreen step. Now, I've included Beauty of Joseon's sunscreen, which is great for all skin types. It's more hydrating, which I would argue is a bit more suitable if you have drier skin type. However, it may not be so suitable if you have really sensitive skin. If you have sensitive skin, look into a mineral sunscreen like Nude Survival 30, which is an excellent sunscreen that I can recommend, as it's not going to lead to any sensitivity, irritation that you can often come across when using a chemical sunscreen. So you can go ahead and adjust it accordingly. Now then, the sunscreen is going to be the last step. However, if you're a person that likes to wear makeup, use it after your sunscreen step. Just make sure to let your sunscreen set for about 10 to 15 minutes before moving on to the makeup application. As for the evening skincare routine, remember there's no sunscreen needed. However, you need to adjust your cleansing step depending on the sunscreen and or makeup that you have worn throughout the day. Like your regular cleanser is able to take off light sunscreen and or your everyday makeup as well as excess oil, dirt and sweat. However, if you're working with stubborn mineral sunscreen, as I have emphasized in my example routine, or waterproof makeup, I highly recommend using an oil or balm cleanser to properly break it all down, to lift it off the skin, to then properly wash it off. And you can use an oil or balm cleanser on its own, or you want to do a double cleanse using your oil or balm cleanser at first and then move on to your regular water-based cleanser. And then after that, especially if you have sensitive skin, I just recommend working with Beauty of Joseon Essence, because the exfoliating acid toner contains a low pH, which can extremely sting and burn on sensitive skin. Therefore, I wouldn't advise it if that's your primary concern. However, if you do not have sensitive skin, you could also work with an exfoliant as well. Then move on to the Calming Serum, and then lastly, if you should feel the need, follow on with your moisturizer. Now remember that below the example routines, you have the general guide of how you would use the individual products when recreating the routine at home. Now, if you want to go over the example routine in your own time, you may want to save it to your device. It's all in a PowerPoint in the description box down below, which you then can download to your device. And it does also include much more information, such as what products that I have picked, for whom they are suitable, what they specifically do for you, so that you can select the right treatments. Then how you can do a proper patch test, wash your face to avoid skincare pilling, layering tips, and a proper sunscreen application and removal guide. It's all in the PowerPoint, which is in the description box down below. Now that you know how you can include it in a skincare routine, let's head into the application. Now we're going to get started with the first step, which is washing your face to ensure proper absorption, layering, avoiding skincare pilling and skin sensitivities. And this already starts off by choosing the right cleanser for your skin type and needs. For example, especially in the evening, to remove your stubborn mineral sunscreen or waterproof makeup, I recommend using an oil or balm cleanser, which needs to be applied to dry skin, and then either use it on its own or do a double cleanse, where then the next cleanser would be your regular water-based cleanser. However, if you're just trying to remove remove any excess oil, dirt, sweat, light sunscreen, or your everyday makeup, well then your regular cleanser should be enough to properly take it off, and then it usually needs to be applied to wet skin. Now when using water, I suggest using lukewarm water to warm water, which does not only feel comfortable on the skin, but it makes the cleanser work more effectively. But avoid hot water, otherwise it may dry out your skin. When washing your face above the sink, I highly recommend using a soft, clean, damp washcloth, which can help you to remove any last traces of your cleanser, sunscreen, and or makeup that you may have missed. And then lastly, pat the skin dry. And those are now the steps that I want to demonstrate. I'm going to use Beauty of Joseen's Green Plum Refreshing Cleanser, great for all skin types and needs to be applied to wet skin. So let's go ahead and do this. Then use about a coin-size amount of cleanser if you're working with your regular cleanser, oil or balm cleanser. However, for this one, you usually can use a bit less than that so that it's going to feel comfortable on the skin. About that much. Rub it between your hands and then massage it all over your face and neck for about 30 seconds. Now rinse it off. Then use your damp, soft washcloth to remove any last traces that you may have missed. Now I recommend rinsing again. And now take a clean towel and gently pat all over to remove the excess water drops from the skin surface to ensure proper layering when then continuing with the rest of your skincare routine. Once you're done with your cleansing step, you now can move on to the next step, which is an optional step. So this can be in the morning or evening, your Ginseng essence. However, in the evening, if you want to work with an exfoliant, remember that it isn't as suitable if you have sensitive skin. But if that's not the case, you can go ahead and include it and adjust the frequency by starting off using it 2 to 3 times per week before using it more often. After that, you can move on to Beauty of Joseen's Calming Serum. This is now where I want to keep my main focus on. I'm going to go with a very simple setup. And then when using a bit of the serum, I recommend using between 3 to 5 drops for your face and neck. And you can dispense the drops in the palm of your hand, fingertips, or immediately onto your face and then start blending it all over. Just making sure to not get it into your eyes nor into your mouth. Rub your hands together if you're applying it in the palm of your hand or fingertips, and now blend it evenly all over. Once you have applied it all over, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. The serum should be able to absorb quickly into the skin. However, in general, give it about 30 seconds to a minute in between before moving on to the next step. Now, in your evening skincare routine, you can stop right here and leave it as it is. The same can apply to your daily morning skincare routine if you do not have any sun exposure. Now, if you, however, you want to include a moisturizer, this would be now the next step. Just again, make sure that it's suitable for your skin type and it feels pleasant and comfortable on the skin. And as an example, I'm going to use Beauty of Joseen's Red Bean Water Gel Moisturizer, and then use about a pea to a bean size amount so that you have enough to blend it even and thinly all over. Rub your fingertips together and apply it evenly all over your face and neck. Once you're done with the application, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off, and then this can be the last step in the evening, or if you have no sun exposure during daytime. However, if you do have sun exposure during daytime, don't forget to now follow on with your sunscreen afterwards. That's suitable for your skin type, as well as if you have sensitive skin. Again, remember, a mineral sunscreen is advised as it is less likely to cause any sensitivities. And then there you have it. So you can keep the routine a bit more advanced. You can really keep it as simple as possible, so adjust it based on your overall preference and needs. Now remember that if you want to recreate my example routine that I've shared with you earlier, you'll find the PowerPoint in the description box down below, and you can save it to your device. If you enjoyed this video and you find it helpful, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And for more educational skincare content, head on to my YouTube channel. There's much more. And I will see you there. Happy skincaring!